Let's begin by getting you all the updates on the hijab controversy. It's getting murkier with every passing day. The BJP, which has been levelling the political conspiracy charge, has now alleged that the hijab issue is linked to the ongoing assembly elections and has called the entire issue is staged. BJP C.T. Ravi has raised questions over the petition, hinting at the protest being pre-planned, and also questioned the link between involving students in elections. This comes after petitioner students filed an application before the High Court to postpone the hearing of the case till the assembly elections conclude. The plea requests the court to adjourn the hearing of the case till February 28th as elections are underway in 5 states, and according to them, the case is being used by parties for political gain and for polarization, which is why they contend that the hearing now must be postponed in this case. Mustafa Sheikh is joining us live this morning from Udupi with the latest updates. Mustafa, good morning. A lot of politics that's been playing out from day one on this issue, but the fact that now you've got this kind of an application from the petitioner students has prompted the BJP to ask, what does this have to do with the elections at all? Have you been able to reach out to the students who filed this petition in the first place, and why they believe there's a need to push this till the end of this month?
Well, as far as we have spoken to the people who are close to the petitioners, they are saying that this entire controversy was being used for political gain and hence they had asked for a delay. But yes, it is not a normal thing to do because petitioners normally ask for a fast-track hearing, and in fact the Chief Justice-led bench of Karnataka High Court is hearing this case on a daily basis. They heard it yesterday and now it's all listed at 2:30 p.m. So they are actually going out on efforts and saying that students' board exams should not be affected, which are upcoming in 1 and 2 months. And hence they are giving it an urgent hearing. But here the petitioners asked for a demand saying that it should be taken up after February 28th. Now remember one thing, if the petitioners were saying that let's take it up after February 28th, which means whether they were allowed to attend classrooms without wearing hijab, or they were going to stay at home and not attend classes and colleges. If they are going ready for it, then what's the need of filing a petition in court and when their board exam is due? Because anyway these are 12th standard students and they'll be going to a university level colleges next year. So these are all things which now has made the BJP question their actual intention, because remember the BJP was saying that it's the Campus Front of India, it's the PFI who are behind this protest, who have motivated and instigated these students, and hence this entire hijab protest had broken out. And then they're saying now this argument in the court by the petitioners prove that there is some political connection, and that's the reason they are saying that let's take it up on 28th of February. But we'll have to wait and see what the court decides on the hearing, which it takes up today. Back to you.
All right, Mustafa, we'll keep tracking the latest on that front and the latest political reactions coming in. Thanks for the moment for joining us. I also want to play out this conversation that Rajdeep Sardesai had with the Karnataka Education Minister B.C. Nagesh last night on the ongoing hijab controversy, as well as the allegations by the BJP and the Bommai government that all of this is politically motivated.
Today, sir, also in the High Court, the petitioner's lawyer, Mr. Kamath, said he claims that in 2 years, the school in Udupi where it all started, the college in Udupi where this started, was not enforcing the hijab code, only came in December according to the petitioners, and he claimed that the students were wearing hijab before that. This is where the issue, according to the petitioners today, seems to have taken a political turn, that this was rigidly enforced in Udupi.
If you want to real fact, why did, if the school was allowing hijab throughout for last 2 years, why did these girls went to principal and requested him to allow their hijab? Hijab is their religious practice.
Because they changed the rules.
Why did they give the application in December?
Sir, because
when the UP elections were about to be declared.
Sir, 1 minute. Are you in any way linking what has happened in Udupi to the UP elections? Are you telling me that all these protests have been orchestrated because of the UP elections, sir?
Yeah, definitely
Yes.
I am linking, because this same petitioner had argued, had kept one Mr. Ravi Orma Kumar, and Ravi Orma Kumar has appeared for this petitioner and asked that the judgment verdict should come after UP election. What is the relation between these girls and UP election?
And let's tell you exactly what's played out in Karnataka so far. Schools have reopened after the High Court disallowed students from wearing hijabs to schools. But the schools have reopened with not much of chaos really playing out as of now. There were a few incidents where the administration stopped students as well as teachers from wearing their hijab or any headscarf into the campus.
Schools in Karnataka reopen amidst high security and prohibitory orders. Many schools like this one in Mandya asked students and staff members to remove the hijab before entering the school compound. At many places, arguments broke out between teachers and parents. The schools reopened after the Karnataka High Court restrained students from wearing any kind of religious symbols.
Objective is to provide quality education, and students come to school to study. Beyond these two objectives, everything that's happening right now is uncalled for, unnecessary, and a huge distraction to students.
The court continued hearing on the petition filed by students against the ban on hijab on campuses. The arguments by senior advocate Devdutt Kamath, representing the petitioners, were based on two main points. One, the hijab ban is a violation of the right to practice one's religion. Two, the right to practice one's religion can be curtailed if there is a threat to public order. But this is decided by the government and not the College Development Committee, which ordered the ban. Meanwhile, politics over the hijab ban is turning nasty. In a bizarre analogy, Karnataka Congress leader Zamir Ahmed said that rapes happen in India because women don't wear hijab.
हिजाब मतलब मुसलमान के अंदर ईमान के अंदर गोशा पर्दा बोलते हैं। आज आप देखे होंगे कि हिंदुस्तान के अंदर मेरे ख्याल से रेप रेट जो है वो सबसे हाईएस्ट हिंदुस्तान के अंदर है। वजह क्या है? ये गोशे पर्दे में नहीं होने की वजह से।
The ruling BJP is blaming the Popular Front of India's students' wing for the protest over the hijab ban.
They are just politicizing the issue. They are not clear about the matter. They don't have a clear opinion about the hijab issue or any other issue. They are thinking only about the vote bank. I think they should leave all these things and be a good opposition.
All eyes are now on the Karnataka High Court. Students are hoping for an early verdict on the hijab ban, as many of them are facing term-end examinations. With Nagarjun Dwarkanath and Nolan Pinto, Bureau Report, India Today.
Our next report also breaks down all that's happened in the Karnataka High Court so far. Remember that the hearing on the petitions over the hijab row in schools and colleges was adjourned yesterday to 2:30 this afternoon. During the hearing yesterday, Advocate Devdutt Kamath, while appearing for the petitioners, argued that wearing headscarves is an essential practice of the Islamic faith.
After schools in Karnataka reopened, colleges will open their doors to students on Wednesday. Students cannot wear any religious symbol, which means hijab remains out of the campus if the college authorities do not permit it. A final call on hijab will come from the High Court, which continues hearing students' petition against hijab ban. On Monday, the Petitioners Council, Devdutt Kamath, pleaded for headscarves that match uniform color. He argued that the students have been wearing hijab since their admission, that is, at least for 2 years. Questioning a government order that backs the college bodies, the petitioner claimed the College Development Committee, which prescribed the uniform, does not have a statutory basis. The petitioner argued that the declaration made by the state that wearing a headscarf is not protected by Article 25, which guarantees right to practice one's religion, is erroneous. The petitioner also questioned whether a college panel consisting of MLAs can decide if public order will be affected if the right is exercised. After the High Court asked whether everything stated in Quran is an essential religious practice, the petitioner argued that the Quran says it is farz or duty to wear hijab? Is hijab essential to practice Islam? Do students have the right to choose what they wear in colleges? These are the questions the High Court will address as it continues the hearing on hijab ban. Bureau Report, India Today.
And our politicians in the Karnataka Hijab showdown have made one ugly statement after another. Here's one such example of a Congress MLA, Zamir Ahmed, who's facing outrage over a bizarre hijab rape analogy, and he's remained defiant despite that. Brazening it out, Zamir in a tweet said that his statements were made out of concern for women. He said that his statements weren't intended to hurt or disrespect anyone. He further added that he regrets if he's hurt anyone's sentiments. This comes after the Congress MLA has faced a lot of flack. Even Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivkumar has condemned the remark and asked him to apologize as well as withdraw the statement. Here's what Zamir Ahmed had said on Sunday. He said that rapes happen in India because women don't wear hijabs. Claiming parda in Islam is used to hide the beauty of Muslim women, the Congress leader inferred that no hijab or no parda means inviting rape.
हिजाब मतलब मुसलमान के अंदर, इमाम के अंदर गोशा पर्दा बोलते हैं। आज आप देखे होंगे कि हिंदुस्तान के अंदर मेरे ख्याल से रेप रेट जो है वो सबसे हाईएस्ट हिंदुस्तान के अंदर है। वजह क्या है? ये गोशे पर्दे में नहीं होने की वजह से।
As much as the girls hope that they would get some kind of support from the Congress party, which has so long been very much trying to appease the minority communities, here it appears that one of your own leaders isn't helping the case. Zamir Ahmed spoke about wearing the hijab preventing rape and it protects the beauty of Muslim women. How is it really helping the cause here?
I mean, I'm certainly not. I don't subscribe to Mr. Zamir Ahmed's view. I don't know what he has spoken, but I don't subscribe to whether a girl wears a modern clothing or a girl wears a hijab. How do we connect that to her honor? How do we connect that to whether she's safe in the society or not? It is the duty of the society and the law and order machinery to keep the society safe, not only the girls, everyone to be safe.